We've been living in our house for about 16 years and there's an awful lot of cracks starting to form on our cement. This is Judy from Itchy Palms Gardens, and I really wouldn't call myself an artist, but I do like to paint. So one day I decided to get rid of those cracks by painting some ivy on them. As everybody knows by now, I am a crazy gardener, but I do need to rest sometimes, and when I'm resting I like to paint. So I just thought I'd show you one of the projects that I've been doing lately. Firstly, whenever I paint, I do like to use a reference. Here's the reference for the ivy. You'll notice my ivy doesn't look exactly like the picture, but I've used my poetic license, and you can do that too. It makes it a bit more personal if it doesn't look exactly like the photo. That's the excuse I'm using anyway. I've used a teaspoon for a reference here, just to show you the size of the paintbrushes I've used. I like the flat-headed paintbrushes because you can get a nice narrow stroke or a wide stroke with them. They're only fairly cheap brushes, but they really do the job quite well. They last longer if you don't leave them wet in a glass of water, and they also last longer if you clean and dry them each time you use a colour. For this project I've used good quality acrylic paint. I started photographing this, but it was really quite difficult. But as you can see, I'm putting a white outline on the actual ivy leaves and then just filling them in white for a start. I'm painting the leaves along the crack. You can see the cracks in the middle there, and that will be the stem. These leaves are growing from right to left, so normally they're a little bit larger towards the base of the plant. So that's what I'm going for. So as I paint towards the left, the leaves will gradually get smaller, just like in nature. And the reference photo. It's probably not a good idea to load your brush up too much with paint, or you'll end up with unwanted drops all over your cement. To help prevent other spills, a nice thick old bath towel comes in handy if you fold it over in half and put your palette and wash out water on it. And a cushion comes in handy too for the bottom and the knees. Now I must stress it is good to keep using that reference photo as a guide, and try not to deviate from the colours or the shapes too much, as you do want the picture to actually look like ivy when it's finished. Just remember, no two leaves in nature are exactly the same, so don't get too stressed out. There would be nothing wrong with working from a natural piece of ivy too that you've picked from the garden, but it wouldn't hurt to take some reference photos of that, because it may not last as long as you need it to complete the painting. Once I got all the leaves done, I thought it needed a bit more of a three-dimensional look. I've gotten brave and actually experimented with shadows, which are very interesting when you study them. I really don't think I've perfected it, but I think it's good enough, and a lot better than the old cracks that were on the concrete. I'm happy anyway. I hope you enjoy painting your ivy, and if you like, you could always send me a picture and show me on the comments below. I really would love to see everybody else's ivy, because it would help me give me inspiration for future cracks that I paint. Happy painting and happy digging. Bye from Judy at Itchy Palms Gardens.